Welcome to our channel, USA Coin Spot, the place where we uncover hidden treasures in your coins collection. Have you ever wondered if that old coins could be worth thousands or even millions? Well, today's your lucky day. We're diving into some of the rarest and most expensive U.S. rare wheat pennies coins that might be sitting right under your nose. Let's jump in and see if you've got a fortune waiting to be discovered. Top 1. Today, we're diving deep into a fascinating piece of American history, the 1917 wheat penny, specifically the version with the S mint mark. This little coin is not just a relic of the past, it's a highly sought-after collectible, with a surprising story behind it. Let's start with a bit of background. The wheat penny, first introduced in 1909, was designed by the famous artist Victor David Brenner. The obverse, or front, of the coin features the profile of President Abraham Lincoln, while the reverse showcases two stalks of wheat, giving it the iconic name we know today. The 1917 wheat penny, like all coins from this era, was struck in copper, and its design remained consistent throughout the series, though some years stand out due to rarity, mintage, and condition. Now, when it comes to the 1917 wheat penny, there's one particular version that catches the eye of collectors, the one with the S mint mark. The S stands for the San Francisco Mint, which produced a certain number of these pennies in 1917. While the S mint mark is seen on many other years of the wheat penny, the 1917 S holds a special place in numismatic circles due to its relative scarcity. In terms of mintage, the 1917 S wheat penny wasn't particularly rare compared to some other years. However, what makes it so valuable today is its condition. A lot of these pennies have aged poorly over the years. Being over a century old, many were circulated extensively, and they've worn down significantly. This wear and tear makes finding one in high-grade condition very challenging. If you happen to stumble across a 1917 S wheat penny in excellent condition, or, more specifically, one that has been graded by a professional grading service like the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, NGC, or the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, you could be holding a truly valuable piece. The higher the grade, the higher the price. Coins that are in pristine, uncirculated condition can command impressive sums at auction or through private sales. One of the key factors that determine the value is the coin's grade. A 1917 S wheat penny in good condition could fetch a few $100s, but those in mint state, with minimal wear and sharp details, could be worth significantly more. There have been cases where these coins in mint condition have been sold for thousands of dollars. But that's just the beginning. If we move into the territory of high-grade, top-tier examples, that's where things get truly exciting. In 2019, a 1917 S wheat penny in mint state sold for an astounding price, breaking records. Collectors around the world compete for these rare and well-preserved examples, and prices have soared over time. It's a classic case of supply and demand. As fewer perfect specimens survive, their value skyrockets. So, if you're holding onto a 1917 S wheat penny, it's worth taking a closer look. Don't assume it's just a common coin. In fact, if yours is in excellent condition, it could be a true treasure. Coins like this are often passed down through generations, and many end up being discovered in the most unexpected places. To sum it up, the 1917 S wheat penny is more than just a coin. It's a piece of American history, a symbol of the early 20th century, and a potential goldmine for collectors. As of today, the value of a well-preserved, high-grade 1917 S wheat penny can reach a remarkable value of $145,000. Top 2. Today, we're taking a closer look at a coin that holds significant value in the world of numismatics, the 1941 wheat penny with the D mint mark. This small but powerful piece of American history isn't just another penny, it's a collector's dream that's captured the attention of people around the globe. With its unique mintage and the intrigue surrounding its value, the 1941 D wheat penny has become one of those coins that collectors can't seem to get enough of. First, let's dive into a bit of background about the wheat penny itself. Introduced in 1909 to celebrate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth, the wheat penny became an enduring symbol of American currency. Designed by Victor David Brenner, The coin features the profile of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, and 2 ears of wheat on the reverse. Over the years, the coin has gone through various changes, but the design has remained one of the most iconic in U.S. coinage history. Fast forward to 1941, during a time of great change in the United States. The world was on the brink of World War II, and the country was in the midst of economic recovery following the Great Depression. The U.S. Mint continued to strike coins, including the wheat penny, with millions of them being distributed to the public. However, what makes the 1941 D wheat penny stand out is its limited production from the Denver Mint. The D Mint mark signifies that the coin was struck in Denver, and this particular mint mark adds a layer of scarcity to the coin's appeal. When it comes to the 1941 D wheat penny, the value can vary significantly depending on its condition. While there were millions of these coins produced, many of them were circulated extensively, which led to wear and tear over time. As with any coin, the better the condition, the higher the value. Most 1941 D wheat pennies that are still in circulation today have seen better days, and they might only be worth a few cents. But if you have one that is well preserved, you might be sitting on a rare gem. The real value of a 1941 D wheat penny comes from its rarity in top condition. Coins that are in high-grade, uncirculated form can command impressive prices from collectors. Grading plays a significant role here. A coin that has been carefully preserved, with sharp details and minimal signs of wear, will be valued much higher than a coin that has seen heavy circulation. Now, let's talk about what truly makes the 1941 D wheat penny stand out from the rest. It's all about the rarity and demand for higher-grade examples. Over time, more and more collectors have come to realize the value of coins like this one, and the demand for top-quality 1941 D wheat pennies has only increased. As fewer well-preserved examples remain, the prices for these coins continue to rise. In fact, there have been instances where a 1941 D wheat penny in mint state has sold for tens of thousands of dollars at auction. The value depends heavily on the grade, with coins that are graded MS65 or higher being especially valuable. A well-preserved specimen can be worth far more than you might expect, and if it's one of the rarest of the rare, in perfect, uncirculated condition, it can fetch a truly eye-popping price. For those who are lucky enough to own one of these highly coveted coins, it's a great time to be in the market. Whether you've inherited one, found it in your pocket change, or stumbled across it in a collection, a 1941 D wheat penny could be worth far more than its face value. In fact, for a coin in pristine condition, the value can skyrocket to an incredible sum. The 1941 D wheat penny is currently worth an astonishing amount, $115,000. Top 3. Today, let's talk about a coin that might just surprise you with its value, the 1945 wheat penny with the D Mint mark. This penny might seem like an everyday piece of currency, but in the world of numismatics, it's anything but ordinary. The 1945 D wheat penny is a prime example of how a simple coin, with a bit of history and the right condition, can be worth much more than its original face value. To truly understand why this particular penny is so sought after, we need to step back in time and take a look at the world during 1945. It was the end of World War II, a time of great change and optimism in the United States. The war had just ended, and the country was transitioning from wartime production to peacetime prosperity. During this period, the U.S. Mint was busy striking coins, including the famous wheat penny, which had been in circulation since 1909. The coin, designed by artist Victor David Brenner, features the image of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse and 2 stalks of wheat on the reverse, symbolizing the nation's agriculture and economy. The 1945 wheat penny, with the D Mint mark, was produced at the Denver Mint. While the mintage of these coins was relatively high, it's the condition of the coin that determines its value today. Like many coins from the 1940s, the 1945 D wheat penny was circulated extensively, and over the years, many of them have become worn and damaged from use. However, it's the well-preserved coins that are truly worth their weight in gold, so to speak. Coins that are in mint state, or uncirculated condition, are much rarer and more valuable than those that have been through years of circulation. The 1945 D wheat penny, like other coins from the series, is most commonly found with significant wear. But if you happen to have one in excellent condition, especially one that has been carefully preserved or graded by a professional service like the PCGS or NGC, it could be worth far more than just a few cents. The key to the value of the 1945 Wheat penny lies in its rarity in high grades. While millions were struck, fewer coins have survived in pristine, uncirculated condition. The higher the grade, the more valuable the coin. A coin that is graded MS65 or higher, meaning it has minimal wear and features sharp, clear details, can fetch an impressive price at auction. This is where the value of the 1945 Wheat penny really shines. Collectors and investors alike are constantly on the lookout for coins like this. Over the years, the demand for high-quality, well-preserved examples of the 1945 Wheat penny has only grown. The more time passes, the rarer it becomes to find these pennies in mint condition. This scarcity, combined with the interest from collectors, drives the price higher and higher. If you're fortunate enough to own one of these rare high-grade 1945 Wheat pennies, you might just be holding on to something truly valuable. In fact, a 1945 Wheat penny in top condition could be worth a significant amount of money. When it comes to pristine examples, the value can soar to incredible heights. In recent years, a 1945 Wheat penny in exceptional condition has been known to sell for an extraordinary amount, $113,000. Top 4. Today, we're diving into the fascinating world of coin collecting to explore a hidden treasure in American numismatics, the 1950 Wheat penny with the D mint mark. It's a coin that, at first glance, might seem like just another penny from the post-war era, but in reality, it's much more than that. This specific penny holds a special place in the hearts of collectors, and for good reason. What makes the 1950 Wheat penny so valuable, and why is it worth so much more than its face value? First, let's set the stage by taking a look at the context of the year 1950. The United States had just emerged from the hardships of World War II and was now entering a time of economic growth and prosperity. The country was expanding, and its coinage, including the famous Wheat penny, reflected this period of change. The Wheat penny itself, which had been in circulation since 1909, features the image of President Abraham Lincoln on the obverse and two stalks of wheat on the reverse. Designed by Victor David Brenner, this coin became one of the most iconic pieces of American currency. The 1950 Wheat penny, with its D mint mark, was struck at the Denver Mint. During this year, millions of pennies were produced and distributed across the United States. At first glance, the 1950 Wheat penny doesn't seem all that rare. In fact, the U.S. Mint produced a significant number of these pennies. However, it's important to understand that, over time, the value of a coin depends largely on its condition. Most of the 1950 Wheat pennies that were circulated have been worn down, their details smoothed out by years of handling and use. But, and here's where it gets exciting, certain examples of this coin have been preserved in excellent condition, and it's those rare, well-maintained pennies that are worth far more than you might expect. What makes the 1950 Wheat penny so special is its scarcity in top condition. While many of these pennies were produced, few survived in pristine, uncirculated state. When a coin like this is well preserved, it stands out among the others. A penny that shows minimal wear, has sharp details, and retains its original luster is highly desirable to collectors. This is where grading plays a huge role. A coin's grade is one of the most important factors in determining its value, and high-grade examples of the 1950 Wheat penny can command impressive sums at auction. The grading scale for coins ranges from 1 to 70, with 70 being a perfect coin. The higher the grade, the more valuable the coin. For the 1950 Wheat penny, a coin graded MS65 or higher, meaning it's in mint state with minimal wear and defects, can be worth a significant amount. Coins that fall into this category are relatively rare and are highly sought after by both collectors and investors. As demand for these high-grade examples continues to grow, the price of the 1950 Wheat penny continues to climb. So, if you've come across a 1950 Wheat penny in your collection or perhaps in your pocket change, it's worth taking a closer look. Don't just dismiss it as an ordinary penny. A well-preserved 1950 wheat penny could be more valuable than you realize. The beauty of coin collecting is that you never know when you might come across a rare find. And with coins like the 1950 wheat penny, the value can be substantial. Now, for the exciting part. If you're lucky enough to own one of these high-grade examples, the value can be quite impressive. In recent years, certain 1950 wheat pennies in excellent condition have sold for remarkable prices. Coins that have been carefully preserved and graded at the highest levels have reached extraordinary values in auctions and private sales. In fact, a top-tier 1950 wheat penny could be worth as much as $103,000. Top 5. Today, we're going to explore a coin that's often overlooked but has a surprising value in the world of coin collecting, the 1951 wheat penny with no mint mark. At first glance, it might seem like just another penny from the early 1950s, but for those who know the world of numismatics, this coin holds a unique place in the market. Whether you've stumbled upon one in your collection or are just curious about what makes this penny so special, stick around as we dive into the value and potential worth of the 1951 wheat penny. To start, let's set the scene. The year 1951 was a time of transition in the United States. The country was fully recovering from World War II, and the economy was booming. This was also the year that the United States Mint produced millions of wheat pennies, continuing the tradition that had started back in 1909. The design, created by Victor David Brenner, is instantly recognizable with President Abraham Lincoln's profile on the obverse and two stalks of wheat on the reverse. The wheat penny had become an essential part of American currency, circulating in the pockets of everyday citizens. Now, if you come across a 1951 wheat penny with no mint mark, you might think it's just another run-of-the-mill penny. After all, coins with no mint mark were often produced in large quantities at the Philadelphia Mint, and in 1951, the mintage was high. However, it's important to understand that not all coins are created equal. In the world of coin collecting, it's all about the condition of the coin, and this is where the 1951 wheat penny sets itself apart. The majority of the 1951 wheat pennies that were minted have been in circulation for decades, and as a result, they've experienced wear and tear. It's quite common for pennies from this era to show signs of damage, discoloration, and scratches due to years of handling. But for the discerning collector, the real value lies in those few exceptional examples that have been well preserved, untouched by the passage of time. A coin that has survived in near-perfect condition can be worth far more than its face value, and the 1951 wheat penny is no exception. When we talk about a coin's value, grading plays a huge role. The 1951 wheat penny with no mint mark is relatively common in lower grades, meaning coins that have been circulated and show heavy signs of wear. But if you happen to come across one that has been carefully preserved or graded at a high level, it could be worth a significant amount of money. A coin's grade ranges from 1 to 70, with 70 being the highest possible grade, representing a perfect, uncirculated coin. The higher the grade, the more valuable the coin becomes. The highest grade 1951 wheat pennies, particularly those that are graded MS65 or higher, are extremely sought after. These coins show minimal signs of wear, retaining their sharp details and luster. It's these well-preserved examples that have caught the attention of collectors and investors alike. As time goes on and more of these coins are lost or damaged, the remaining examples in pristine condition only grow rarer, and their value continues to rise. In fact, in recent years, certain 1951 wheat pennies in top condition have commanded impressive sums at auctions, and some collectors are willing to pay a premium for these rare coins. So, if you happen to have one of these high-grade 1951 wheat pennies in your collection, you could be sitting on a small fortune. Now, here comes the most exciting part: the potential value of the 1951 wheat penny with no mint mark. If you're lucky enough to own a top-tier example, it could be worth a staggering amount of money. The value of a 1951 wheat penny in pristine, uncirculated condition has reached incredible figures. In fact, the price can soar to as high as $99,000. That's right. A well-preserved 1951 wheat penny can be worth a life-changing amount to the right buyer. In conclusion, The 1951 wheat penny with no mint mark may appear ordinary at first, but if you dig a little deeper, you'll see that it's anything but. The scarcity of high-grade examples, combined with the growing demand from collectors, has made this penny one of the most sought-after coins in the market. If you happen to own one of these rarities, you could be holding on to a piece of history that's worth far more than its face value. And who knows, your 1951 wheat penny could be worth as much as $99,000.